You gave up a TV job to start a podcast in your basement. If that doesn't scream midlife crisis, I don't know what does.
It was Championship Sunday here in Indianapolis. What's the mindset then coming in as a defending champion?
I want to win. No, I want to win.
The young lady over my shoulder, Caitlin Clark.
Not the best looking guy. And I don't think anyone's going to sit here and say, Matt Randazzo was really good looking.
What has this last month, 2 months, 3 months been like for you? It's an important fan base for the Fighting Illini, is it not?
It is.
He turned 69 years young last week. You look good, Coach.
Oh, try it. Thank you.
Welcome to Off the Air with Matt Randazzo, on the road here on a Friday as we are live at Godfathers Pizza in Silvis. We figured we'd celebrate a little bit this week. On Tuesday was year number 1, our year anniversary show. So we wanted to get out and about, and one place I needed to get to was Godfathers here in Silvis. When I started doing this, a year ago, when I first announced I was leaving TV and kind of starting something different, Andy Furman, the owner here at Godfathers, was the first person to message me and say, hey, we'd love to help. We'd love to support it. And they've been fantastic. They've been on this ride ever since. So we figured it'd be a great place to come, have some pizza, talk some sports. I got a lot of guests throughout the day ready to join us. Joining me first is my good friend, Don Umland.
Oh.
My wrestling buddy, Don Umland. I love it.
Yes, sir. When you say his name and he appears.
You seem like you got a lot of shirts on.
I'm a little stuffy right now. God, I need to take a shirt off. God, I'm hot. God dang.
Your wife is going to dislike you.
Probably.
You got next to little John Cena?
I feel better.
I don't know if you look better.
I don't know.
But you feel better. So we'll have Donnie here. I'm going to turn these down live, a little bit live. I'm a little loud. So, but yeah, we'll talk a bunch of stuff throughout the show. We're going to talk some wrestling with Don here in a minute, but officiating as well. Don, a longtime official around the area, talk that kind of stuff as well. Tom Kakert will be here in a little bit. We'll talk with him about some transfer portal stuff and some Hawkeye, Iowa, Illinois stuff as we get ready for that game on Sunday. Andrew Lehman, the John Deere Classic is literally right down the street here from Godfather's Pizza in Silvis. Andrew Lehman, the tournament director at the JDC, will be here around 10:45. And then Jay Kidwell will join us in hour number 2 as well to talk about the high school basketball that's going to happen tonight, some NFL, and all those things in between. Don, did you ever think that this stupid little show would make it a year?
Amazing how these things happen.
Mm-hmm.
What a great concept. This is really blown up.
I don't know if it's a great. It's just, and you know it because I'll call you with ideas. You throw stuff against a wall.
Yeah.
You see, it's funny. Andy Furman was just here, and I was kind of telling him about some ideas we have for year number 2, and he's just like, "That's great." And I'm like, "It might be great. It might not be great, but you try it. If it works, it's great. If not, we kind of move on and go from there." So, no, and I want to, obviously, Godfathers. Hungry Hobo is one of the first people that were on board doing things as well. Rafferty Funeral Home, Kevin Rafferty is an awesome, awesome human being. It was funny because I've been to Hobo. We're here at Godfathers, and I'm just like, I don't really know if I could do a show from the funeral home.
No.
So, but Rafferty, obviously fantastic as well. Mobile Party Experience has been great. The Quad City Steam Wheelers is sponsored this year as well. I'm going to forget people as I go. Skiles Driving School right down the road from here, an amazing business here in the Quad Cities. I got kids getting ready to learn how to drive. My son Charlie went through their driving school at Skiles Driving School, so an amazing place, obviously, when it comes to working with the high schools, but also if you need a license renewal, if you all those kind of things. If you don't want to go through the high schools, just go straight to Skiles Driving School. They've been awesome as well. So I feel like I'm forgetting people along the way, and I'll remember them as I go. But it's those people that allow me to get to do this kind of nonsense.
It's going to be like Bill Goldberg. Who's going to be next?
I know.
Who wants
that's
to be on board?
Hey, and what's the thing is, somebody said to me hey, how'd you? And I've been lucky because a lot of these people just reached out to me. When you're doing a 2-hour show every day, you don't have the sales staff. I need a sales staff. You want to quit you have too good of a job at PepsiCo. You don't need to quit that thing at all and kind of move over. I want to start with you today when it comes to some college football. Great game last night. Did you watch?
Loved it.
Really good college football game. And I think the early rounds weren't very good.
Hit and miss.
Well, 3 of the first 4, I think, were blowouts.
Yeah.
The last one was kind of close. But then last round was okay. This was the first time that I was like, this is really good theater.
You know what I'd love to see them do? I wish they'd stay in the home stadiums until the semis.
Yeah.
Because I think it just creates a better environment. Because these people are having to travel to Timbuktu and then maybe go somewhere else. And I know they want to maintain the bowls, but I don't need New Year's Eve.
It was funny when they said, hey, this is the Fiesta Bowl champion. I'm like, oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
This was actually the Fiesta Bowl last night, too. It's the national semifinals.
I get it. Yeah, it's the national semifinals. But I think it'd be great to stay on campuses. But to say to the game, 6 lead changes, goes to the end, some flags thrown late in the game, which always, everybody questions. But a great game.
People question referees?
No.
I didn't even know this.
Never.
I want to talk with you about that because besides wrestling, your other area of expertise, I guess, is refereeing and officiating. I want to start with, obviously, the main one. Final play of the game from the 35-yard line. So it wasn't your typical Hail Mary,
right?
But it was a Hail Mary. They had to get to the end zone.
Yeah.
If you look and you slow it down, there was grabbing from the DB. I didn't think anything of it when it happened in real time. They started slowing it down, looking at it again. I go to social media today, and people are up in arms that that's a blatant pass interference. What was that the right call not to make that call?
I don't know if there's a right call, but here's what I said when I was asked about it. They both are equally competing, which they both have a right to. And when you're both looking back for the ball, I think there's a little more liberties allowed.
Yeah.
If they had thrown the flag there, I wouldn't have contested it. But the fact that they didn't, and maybe the accuracy of the throw and the whole taking it all into play, I don't have a problem with it. It's an okay pass.
Yeah.
If now the defender's not looking back, different story perhaps.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't have any problem with it. I think when you every time they're right. When you get to a Hail Mary, it's just everybody get together in the end zone and get ready to jump, and there's hand fighting and all that kind of stuff.
It better be pretty standout to go get it.
Can I ask you what in the world targeting is anymore? Because there were a couple. The second one that I saw in the third quarter, the guy's kind of obviously you're going to hit somebody, but you never know where that person's going to go. And that the offensive guy was going to the ground.
Yeah.
If he stays upright, that guy is just hitting him in the shoulder.
Yeah.
As he goes to the ground, they kind of meet together, their helmets collide, and he's done. I think targeting's weird. Your thoughts?
I think it's hard to have a defender who's committed to a tackle. They can't change his path.
Yeah.
And the guy goes down last minute or not, and then there's a collision. That's a hard one to call targeting, short of if I see him lead with the crown of the helmet.
Yeah.
Because that's a committed path.
Well, and this kid, it looked like he was going to tackle him like normal, and just the way they moved, they just happened to collide heads. And yes, he launched himself into him, but if he stayed straight up, he was launching into his chest.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's tough. I don't love it.
I understand it to protect players, but I am glad that at least at the Division I level they will review the targeting. It's not like in high school we get one shot at it, and we don't have a targeting call. We can have there's a variation of it, but we don't get a replay. And it's got to be pretty flagrant if we're going to toss a kid out of a game.
No, 100%. Don, I want to talk to you a little bit about officiating on the high school level. Obviously, back at it after the break. You took a little break, but obviously it was busy during the – is there anything big when it comes to rules changes? Obviously, in Illinois, the shot clock's coming sooner than later.
Yeah.
So you go back and forth. So Wednesday night you're at Alleman.
Yeah.
But you're on the Iowa side a lot.
Yeah.
Is it difficult I don't want to say difficult, but do you have to remind your crew, hey, we're on the Iowa side, there's a shot clock, all those kind of things?
Even mechanics, Matt, at Alleman, with no shot clock, but I still got to do, a 10-second count coming up the floor. And I'll forget about it because I'm used to seeing a clock up there. Surprisingly or not, we don't get a ton of 35-second shot clock violations. But, when you have one or a reset or not a reset, you got to know what to do. To answer your question about rule changes, I think the biggest one has been there's more enforcement of flop warnings.
Okay.
And how those are enforced for a defensive guy and an offensive guy vary, but you've got to know the rule and you got to know how to enforce it. I had one late in the game the other night where the kid went down, but the offensive player went straight up, and the kid's looking at me like,
I heard you got it wrong.
I got it right.
I heard Alleman people. Was it against Alleman?
Yeah.
Alleman people that are watching, they told me you got it wrong. I had to leave.
Yeah, you did.
But I left at halftime. But I thought Is it getting, I want to say better? We've talked for years. I mean, back when I was doing TV at WQAD and you'd come on and talk. Is it still numbers-wise is more what I'm talking than anything else. Are there more referees? And I'll take, for example, and I know that you've done it for several years, you used a couple of my teams that I coach.
Yeah.
And that's right, I coach multiple youth basketball teams, which is probably why the youth basketball isn't very good. I'm just kidding. But you would bring young officials in, and you used kind of my teams with other teams to scrimmage and those kind of things. Are the numbers getting any better?
This clothing change is brought to you by. Wait a minute. Let me.
Brought to you by the NWO?
By RKO.
RKO.
Yeah, sorry. It seemed like the right time.
We'll get to wrestling, I promise.
I know we will. To answer your numbers, I'd say, yeah, I think we've started to see some more kids get, if you want to say, recruited in. Not just kids, but, again, when you have new kids or people coming in, we got to make sure we train right. And you see this at the youth level, that if somebody's not equipped for the moment, it's a struggle, not only for them, but for the coach. Because they're like, hey, a lot of coaches know what a foul is, judge if it should be called, but then as things aren't being properly enforced, that's frustrating. And part of that goes to training, but we try to be as hands-on as we can. We try to give them support. And the only way to get better is reps and experience at the end of the day.
Is it getting better when it comes to, I'm not saying numbers-wise, parents and me, because I'm yelling too, and coaches, like, is it still, I'm trying, like, it's also about quality of work life, let me answer. Like, dude, nobody wants to go and, like, make some money to get yelled at nonstop by people.
Let me answer your question, your initial question. Do I think sportsmanship has gotten better? I say yes, because I think it's discussed enough, it's announced, and I'm not saying that resonates, but I think people recognize, players do, and coaches, like, I've had more players come up to me in the pregame, and as they come by us, it's like, thank you, thank you. Coaches saying thank you because they know that the games can't go on without us. Yeah. And I'm seeing that resonate a little bit with the parents. They're I don't want to say passive, but they recognize that we're needed, and I think they're a little more understanding.
I feel bad because I talk out of both sides of my mouth. Because every time I'm on this show that I get mad at, like, the way people treat officials and those kind of things. And then I get to a basketball game as a coach. I got a technical this year in 8th grade. Mm-hmm.
First one.
I deserved it. I asked for it, and Jimmy gave it to me, and it was fun. But and then I find myself yelling, and like, I got to be careful as well.
But that's what emotions does.
Yeah.
In the moment, and I think that's being more recognized.
We've talked about it too. So you're getting to the point now, and I don't want to make you old, and you've probably been there for a while, where you're probably, some of the coaches that are coaching are probably players that you officiated. Does that make sense? Some of the coaches,
Muscatine's head coach.
You probably ref some of his games.
Yeah, and among other guys. Yeah, absolutely.
Does that help?
Absolutely, because they recognize you from when they played, and if you got to know them, like, hey, they did a good job, whatever, and now they're in the position to influence their kids. Yeah. How do they want to influence their kids? Well, hopefully positively through their experiences. Even though when they grew up, it might have been how we treated officials 20 years ago versus now is different, but hopefully they recognize the transition. I do like the way you, and I don't want to be nice to these guys too much, but Kevin and Sergio, your crew, you're very communicative. With people during the game, like, it just, I mean, I as and I'm a youth coach, but, like, I don't like it when a referee doesn't want to even converse with me or interact with me, and I feel like they act bad, and then very few. So don't get me wrong here, but, like, you guys are open to having conversations, communicating. Yeah. I don't want to say conversations, but communicating with the official, with each head coach. You've heard me say this before. I'll answer a reasonable question if the time frame allows it, or at the quarter. Mm-hmm. If it's a statement, there's really nothing for me to answer there. That's just me, like, saying, Don, the fouls are 5-0. There's no question there. He's just trying to make a point that, hey, is it possible that they can play a quarter without a foul? Yeah. Okay, and I may ignore it. If it gets pervasive, I might, then you got stages. Okay, I heard enough, and then you lead to other things. So you got to know what your dialogue is. What rules changes do you feel are coming next? Are there any?
when it comes to high school. Obviously, we talked about this side of the – and you see now in Illinois, I think I was at maybe Sherrard, and I looked over, and, like, there's a shot clock ready to go and stuff. I think that's a big one. Do you see – and maybe a different question besides the rules changes. We can get to that. But we talked about how you interact with coaches. How do you interact with players? Like, I got John Marks on the show that says every time, or when I'm doing a game with MediaCom, when a kid does that, like Johnny says, palms in the air means you get a technical.
And it's not quite that.
But Johnny's a little more old school.
Right. It's not. I will again, if players will ask me a reasonable question, I find it mature if you can come up to me and say, hey, what did I do?
Yeah.
Because a lot of they can't communicate in general, and some coaches will tell them, don't talk to the officials. But if you have the fortitude or the wherewithal to say, hey, what did I do? And I have time, I'm going to tell him.
Yeah.
I'm creating dialogue of trust that he can come to me in a situation and not think like the referee's just going to blow him off. I think that, and I'll tell him at the captain's meeting, it's a short meeting.
Yeah.
But here's what I tell him, Matt. Hey, you're the captains. If you have something, I want to hear from you. If we have something to communicate, I'm going to find you.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a chance to handle it on the court before I go to the coach.
Don Umland joining me right now on Off the Air with Matt Randazzo. We're at Godfathers in Silvis. If you're out and about, stop on by, get a pizza, get a slice of pizza. Great lunch specials here as well. Also, if you're running around and Don's
I'm
taking
hot.
another shirt off
I'm
again.
hot, man.
How many did you wear?
A lot. I'm too warm.
You did look beefy when you walked in.
Oh, you're not going to
When you
like
walked
this.
in.
Oh, he switched to AEW.
Freshly squeezed. We're going to get to wrestling in a second. Tom Kakert coming up momentarily. Andrew Lehman, the John Deere Classic tournament director, will be by here soon as well. And then Jay Kidwell in hour number 2. So a lot to get to. Kind of celebrating, capping off the week. The year show came on a Tuesday. And I'm like, what do you do on a Tuesday at 10 a.m.? Like, nobody's going to want to come out and about. So Friday's much easier to do those kind of things as well. Before we do wrestling, gyms in the Quad Cities.
Yeah.
And I know you're there to do a job, but you enjoy atmospheres.
Absolutely.
Where do you enjoy where you're just like gym wise? Not like we don't get which coaches do you hate the most? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's for a subject for another day.
It's well, I'm trying to think. I wanted to throw one under the bus. Scott Hardison. I know you hate Scott Hardison.
That is not true.
No, there's several. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what? You know what's funny? You can have relationships with coaches that maybe started out.
Henry Hall, I hear you can't stand.
That is not
I
true.
hear you're
That
just
is,
you.
Henry, I'm sorry. Scott, I'm sorry. He's putting words.
You tell me every time it's a Rocky Geneseo girls
That's
game,
not
you'd
true.
rather poke yourself in the eye with a pen than go to that game.
I did say it wasn't going to be easy. But here's what's great about it, Matt. You work overtime with these coaches.
Yes.
They know who comes in. They're aware. And you know what? But I have to earn my stripes just like anybody else.
Yeah.
A new coach, I like that.
Yeah.
And in fact, what I really enjoy is sometimes when I get a game like Sterling Newman the other night at
It
Umland.
was funny because Coach Sharp came over to talk to me because I'm kind of a big deal, and didn't know that you guys were the crew.
He knew Sergio and Kevin.
Yes.
He didn't know me.
Because Sergio and Kevin work hard. You
That's-
take a lot of time off.
I
Go
need to. Yeah, I got to recover and
You
recoup.
got to watch wrestling.
But like when we go to somewhere outside the area and you go somewhere new and you get into an environment that you haven't normally seen, I love that because they don't know me and I kind of got to earn my stripes. But then you develop rapport.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
But it's equally fun seeing the guys you know.
It's the same thing with the media with what we did too, because we were always like I know coaches now, but like you have to get that repertoire as well. We're going to talk wrestling. Come on in.
Oh,
I got an extra microphone.
I'm
You
on my
have to share.
fourth. Tom, I'm on my fourth shirt, so you're gonna have to.
All right. This is the beauty of live, whatever we call. Look at all of these over there.
I'm not done yet.
Are all of them AEW?
You got to get a little closer.
This is my first one.
Tom Kakert is in the house, so you got to give him that
Will we
one.
get to shirtless Don Umland?
No.
On
There's
It's
no
my-
such thing. There's
Don-
no such thing.
I believe I could.
Stop it.
Don, it's my anniversary. You got to take that shirt off. You got to eventually be topless. It's my anniversary. All right, can you
not
see?
on
Look
air,
at that.
please.
I think everything works.
Look at that.
Let me. No, I didn't do it right.
Time to play the game.
Oops.
What about this?
Phone went off.
Tom, talking that one.
Yeah.
Is that working?
I don't
Talking
know.
that. Don, get off the phone.
I'm popular. I'm
he's,
sorry.
He's talking to Ferris.
I think we're on
Ferris is calling me.
Ferris.
He probably knows I'm on air.
off the air.
Off the air.
Tommy, welcome. How was your morning? Here, take that. Put the microphone down. I can't see your pretty face. Just like
Pretty.
Look at him.
Was that good?
Look at the three of us. This is awful. If anybody's watching
Glad you
this,
made it.
this is why you listen to the podcast and you
I've had
don't
a
watch the
morning.
podcast.
He said he had a flat tire. Said.
I went to go do my 6 a.m. workout, and I pull out, and
See, why do you have to? You have to tell everybody that you did a 6 a.m. workout.
well, I go to my class.
You could have said I left at 6 a.m.
Leaving at 5:30, and I hear this thump 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 as I'm pulling out, and I was like, oh man, this is not good. I know that sound. I know that
A
sound.
little flat tire.
Flat tire, and then they don't have the tires, so now we gotta. I got
So
a
you got-
loaner.
what do you got?
I
Oh,
got
you
a
got a
loaner.
loaner?
I got a loaner for
Because you knew you had to be here.
because the people demanded that I be on with the Dazzler.
Well, it was like it.
Hey, has there been a big reaction to the Dazzler?
Not much. Have you seen the Dazzler?
I saw the Dazzler.
Tom introduced the Dazzler. You have it in your pocket, I'm assuming.
No.
Look at how. Oh, you don't?
No.
I thought for sure you'd bring it.
No, I
So
didn't.
what happened was, Pat was he down in Tampa and
No,
bored,
it was
and he was watching. He was
No.
probably watching when Dolph and him were on.
no, it was Corey and I were talking and kind of just the Dazzler became a character for us.
But who made the picture?
But then I suggested to Pat, I go, somebody should make a AI picture of the Dazzler. And a couple minutes later, we had it.
There it is.
There it is.
That's the Dazzler.
the Dazzler.
I've seen it.
It's awful. But it's great, Tommy. So
it's
when
one of the
you're,
greatest
you've
things
made
ever.
it, and like it's funny because earlier this week, like I kind of piled this show way too big. I was like, I'm gonna have this person and like go real quick, and then life gets in the way, and so all of a sudden this morning, like Greg Armstrong's sick, Dan Pearson had a meeting pop up, and then Tommy gets a flat tire. I'm like, we're gonna do an hour and a half of Don Umland talking
old
wrestling.
reliables here.
Let's
Yeah.
talk wrestling, and then we'll talk Iowa and
We
stuff
talk
like
about
that.
how
Wrestling?
Tom, heads up.
Oh, it's got one night.
God, at least I'm down to like 3. Thank God. I was dying.
Until we're topless.
Well, I know what the last one.
We all watched wrestling together on Monday.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And really, there's not like an event just to like talk about a ton. But going into WrestleMania season,
Yeah.
let's look ahead to that. Have you guys thought of what main events might look like at WrestleMania?
Tell me if Seth Rollins is going to be back. Should we go down to? We should have done this at like 392 Coffee or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got kicked out of there because
That's
creepy
not
guy
true.
over here.
That's
Yeah,
not true.
I know.
Asked
I
to
talked-
watch them work out.
I talked to Becky in the coffee shop. Sorry.
Did.
So, okay, let's say no Rollins.
Oh. Well, is Brock going to be in a main event?
I think you have. Don't you have Lesnar versus
Punk
or Gunther?
or Gunther? Some mixture of those 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, first and foremost, isn't it Cody versus Roman?
Cody versus Roman. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All the guys that were at the advertisement, the poker table thing or whatever,
Yeah.
just pair them up.
Poker table being a preview
Would
com-
Lesnar
yeah.
and Gunther be a good matchup?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
And then, so it's Punk so then ideally you have Punk and Rollins.
If
Ideally, but
But it's probably going to be Punk and Breaker.
is it
because-
going to be?
Braun.
But is it going to be Breaker versus Rollins because of what happened with the Vision?
Screwing him over.
It could be. It could
And
be.
you're going to have Becky versus AJ.
Yep. I like how it's January.
Did I tell you I'm going to be at the Elimination Chamber
In Chicago.
in Chicago?
He did.
Yeah,
He
okay,
did.
okay.
You don't
Hey,
have
how
to-
come Dragon Lee and AJ Styles are not AJ Lee as a tag team?
It's a good question.
That's a great question. See, this
AJ?
is why you needed to be on the podcast, is because you bring
But shouldn't
insight
they be?
like that.
Wouldn't that be funny? If
Yeah.
that
Would
worked?
be good.
And AJ
He
Lee
could be-
manages him?
When AJ Lee manages.
There's no reason that doesn't happen. Couple quick wrestling things. Who wins the Royal Rumble? Don't look. We're gonna go one at a time. We'll go men first. Who wins the Royal Rumble? Tommy. Which is literally like 3 weeks away.
Yeah, it's in Saudi.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's-
they're abroad for it.
So afternoon show.
Is it afternoon or morning? I thought Larry told me morning.
No, it's
It'll be afternoon.
It'll be like
7 there, 1 noon.
That's not
here.
bad.
like noon.
Yeah.
I was worried if it was like 8 in the morning that I wouldn't be able to avoid spoilers that long.
True.
You could just watch it.
I can't. I got we all have basketball.
That's just
What do you have that day?
nothing.
So Tom will spoil it. Okay, winner for the men's rumble. We forget that we're actually being watched by people.
That's
maybe.
true.
Is it crazy to say Sami Zayn?
Yeah, it's crazy to say.
Well,
Sami
yeah, because
Zayn.
then you got to put him in the main
Because
event at WrestleMania.
Well, he's over. You know, that's a big event for him over there. He'll be in the final 3.
Yeah, he'll be near the end.
Okay.
Yeah, how about Braun?
Could be Breaker.
Yeah.
How about a returning Seth Rollins?
If
I
he,
don't think he's back by then.
if
Do
he's
you?
if he's ready, that'd be a hell.
Returning Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
So that's who you got winning the Royal
Yes.
Rumble. Donnie.
I'm kind of I get Breaker Rollins. I think it could be one.
I think Roman wins the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
What about this guy?
Lanite?
No.
No.
But I do think I have
can't
heard
we
that
have
when
Maxine
I do think he
Dupree?
returns then.
Why can't we have Maxine Dupree and LA Knight kind of cross paths at some
Again,
point?
that'd be kind of fun.
Oh, it'll happen.
Because look at how goofy that was going to be,
Oh.
and now look at they're separated. And now they're going into different stratospheres. Women, Don first.
Oh God. Becky.
No, she's got a belt already.
No, that's true.
I love how Don.
I
just-
have a returning Bianca Belair.
Oh yeah. I saw a picture of her the other day, like just looking jacked, like she's
How
ready
about
to
Chad
get.
Gable?
Hey,
See him?
we need a little him back.
Is he back at Rumble?
Absolutely.
Don't you think LA Knight's back at Rumble?
Yes.
Chad Gable's back at Rumble.
Yes.
So what'd you
about
decide?
the
I quit
returning
listening
Jericho?
because you guys. I asked you for like definitive
How about-
answers, and you guys named the roster.
Fine, I will give an answer.
For the women.
Charlotte Flair.
I said Bianca.
He said Bianca.
Okay. I can see Bianca.
You
I
just
can see
didn't listen
Bianca.
to me.
No, I'm getting ready to do a break, but okay. So I'm gonna go to break. Don't
Hey,
say anything inappropriate.
How about
because I have to.
Are the things gonna? Will today be piled high here at Godfathers?
Oh yeah, like
Abundantly?
I told Andy's they got some. And you know what they got? They got the hot honey pepperoni cheese sticks. Mm-hmm. And so he's got like a couple pizzas coming, some wings.
Hey, hold on. Caesar, if you're out there, I watched AEW on Wednesday. These
I did.
not-
I watched.
we're
it.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay.
Hey,
And?
let's-
I give up.
Well, it's time for a break. When we get back, we're going to keep these two. We're going to talk a little Iowa athletics. I want to talk football with you guys when it comes to this
Did we talk
weekend's
about-
NFL.
Did we talk about the great officiating last night?
Yes.
So, what do you think? Do you agree or disagree?
You want to
with
say this for the break?
Yeah, let's do it after the break so we
That's
can
it.
pay some bills.
Okay.
We'll be back. Again, don't say anything inappropriate because I got to cut your microphone. In fact, I'm just cutting your microphones now. I can't do this all on my own. Oh, I cut my own microphone. I can't do that.
All ears.
We had good old JR last night. On Wednesday night.
Hold on, did you? Oh, it was. Yeah, okay. No, I didn't watch. All right, we'll be back. You're watching Off the Air from Godfathers Pizza and Silvis. We got Tom Kakert, Don Umland coming up. Andrew Lehman soon, and then as well we will have Jay Kidwell. So stay right here. We'll be right back. All right, be honest. Are you craving Hungry Hobo again? You know, that fresh sliced meat piled high on those amazing sandwiches, hot off the grill chicken and steak with all those delicious toppings, the biggest and best selection of baked potatoes, or simply some waffle fries dipped in cheese. Well, now that Quad City favorite is even easier to get. Download the Hungry Hobo app today. Order ahead, skip the line, and earn rewards all at the same time. There's Double Points Monday and exclusive specials as well. With 12 locations in the Quad City area, it's Hungry Hobo. Now even easier to find, but still hard to resist.
Rafferty Funeral Home, dedicated to serving families in the Quad Cities since 2007.
Hi, welcome. Here, come on in.
An experienced staff plans each service to reflect the unique life and legacy of your loved one. Rafferty Funeral Home is proud to serve our community with dignity, respect, and compassion, helping you to celebrate your traditions and lasting memories no matter your faith, culture, or budget. Rafferty Funeral Home in Moline. Call today to discuss prearrangements.
When it comes to quality, convenient pizza, Godfather's Pizza in Silvis has you covered. Featuring a beautiful dine-in area, delivery, and a carry-out window. Godfather's Pizza is that pizza you grew up with, not a convenience store. You see, at Godfather's Pizza, the dough is made fresh daily. That mozzarella cheese is shredded fresh and never frozen. And those toppings are abundantly piled high each and every time. Locally owned and operated since 2010, Godfathers is a huge supporter of local athletes right here in the Quad Cities. So come on by and check them out at 1211 Avenue of the Cities in Silvis. Order online at godfathers.com and reunite with that same delicious pizza you grew up with. Welcome back to Off the Air with Matt Randazzo here on a Friday in the Quad Cities. We're live at Godfathers in Silvis, hosted by our good friend Andy Furman, a fantastic human being.
Remember his name.
I do too.
Say his name.
No, don't. He's already appeared. And if you hadn't noticed,
I believe in Don Umland. There he is.
He's through five shirts.
About 5 shirts.
What do you got?
Black
No,
and
no.
brave.
You haven't even referenced
I'm
that
just
one.
looking.
I'm worried that
Black
it's
and
going to
brave.
come out
This
and
is
be nothing.
this is local now.
Yes, Black and Brave.
This is Seth
I'm
Rollins.
telling you guys, when it comes to wrestling, like, you guys don't give Seth enough Colby,
What?
as I know him as.
It's one of my favorites.
Okay,
He's like my best friend.
Let's talk Hawks for a second before we do a little NFL. Tom, there is another portal commitment yesterday, another defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Tell us about him.
Lansing Gold from Northern Illinois. Big kid from Rochester, Illinois.
Oh, he's from Rochester.
Yeah.
I hate that program, but go on.
Why do you, oh, because they beat Almond?
They've beaten everybody from up here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So he'll be transferring in. Big kid, 6'5", probably 260. So he's got another body up front. Now they're waiting on safety.
Where's he transferring from?
Northern
Illinois.
Oh, North. Sorry.
Oh, don't, hey, he'll yell at
So
me too.
Xavier Stiles, kid from Robert Morris, was in 6'2", 190 safety. Also waiting on which kid was it? Tyler Brown, the James Madison kid. It's another safety.
Okay.
Who they really like. So
What happened with the running back?
LJ Phillips still up in the air.
Has he been in yet?
I think he was in this week. All those are really like they kind of jet in one day and they don't even really know. So I'm going to be curious if there's any guys there Sunday
Yeah.
when your Illini are in town.
When the Illini come to town.
Your Illini.
When you look at that too, it is weird when and Don and actually Andy Furman and I talked about it before you got here. You never know if it works. It is so fast, Tom, where you just have to kind of get in there, make a decision.
The guys,
and you're starting to see more and more transfers not working out because it is a quick
Visit.
It's a visit. It's a speed dating type thing. Go ahead,
I will say they've missed on a couple wide receivers, or they're probably going to miss on. They've missed on one, and they're probably going to miss on.
They missed on the Crawford kid. Is that
Cade Wolford from Kent State, committed to Cincinnati, and Tony Diaz, the other kid that they had in from Rio Grande Valley, just got an Alabama offer, and he's going to be visiting Alabama this weekend.
So what do you mean? They don't even know who their quarterback is. Their quarterback's
just
going
saying,
pro.
He was, and I guess he was. I don't know how this Instagram Live thing works, but apparently he was on Instagram Live before his Iowa visit and said, "Yeah, they don't throw the ball."
It's never good. Well, is that the biggest problem that Iowa has when it comes to getting receivers?
Yeah, you know what I think they have to do, and I've kind of termed it this way: if they want to get good wide receivers, they have to pay a tax.
Like the Iowa tax?
The Iowa tax. It's just like
the Kirk Ferentz tax.
They got to pay a little more to somebody to get them. They probably got to blow somebody away, just to.
Do they need to add a wide receiver? Like if they get through this whole process
so.
and they don't add one, is it?
Yeah, I think.
What is it now? It's Vanderzee, it's Dayton Moore, or Dayton Howard, excuse me. Dayton Moore is the general manager from Moline of the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah. Trying to think who else we're missing. KJ Parker, Jared Bowie. They really like the Xavier Stinson kid that's coming in at semester. So he'll be a kid, Schaefer, kid from Wisconsin. I mean, but then you're counting on freshmen.
But is it hard to is it naive of me to say the tight end room is stacked, the running back room is stacked, the offensive line adding some pieces and they get some pieces back. It's a good
okay.
Like wide receivers are a luxury. Is that a bad way to look at it as an Iowa fan?
No, because I think you got to worry about the first 2 years of his career. Reese Vanderzeed's been out for several weeks with foot injuries, so I worry about that.
No, I agree that they'd love to get one, but I don't.
And they've got to get some more safeties because they're losing Wampa, and now Cohen Intringer is gone. So
Andy Furman mentioned he's a part of a great tailgate up there in Iowa City. He said that's what the first when that news came, he loves his parents, Intringer's parents always come over to the tailgate. So and I like Cohen was great. I mean, and you know that too. He's from Michigan. He's a Lions fan. So every time I had him on the radio show a couple times. So I think disappointed that he left just player wise.
It was a weird deal how it happened.
Yeah.
Because he didn't clearly indicate that he was coming back. He talked a lot about the future, hinted, I guess would be the right word, that he was coming back, and then he didn't come back. It was weird though because he did the senior day thing, and now in retrospect that looks pretty obvious.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it does. And there's still his first visit was to Louisville,
and
that doesn't make. And what was it? So Jazz Patterson is a Spartan.
Is Michigan State.
And Reese Dakin is at Michigan State.
Is at Michigan State. I wouldn't be surprised to see Michigan State make a run at Cohen. But Cohen's a Michigan kid, too. He's from Ann Arbor. I heard some Ohio State rumbles with him, too, but it's not West Virginia and Texas Tech.
With Entringer?
Yeah.
Is that not frowned upon in the? It's not. Like if a coach leaves to go to another school.
There's no honor among thieves.
Well, how about Demond Washington or Demond? Help me, last name. Going back to Washington, Jackson.
Williams.
Williams going back to
that's
awkward too.
That's going to be awkward.
I feel like it's like, hey, I'm engaged and I'm going to break off the engagement because that girl's hot. And then all of a sudden, that girl's I can't do that. Then like, never mind, I'm going to go back
I'm going to go back and get married.
My analogies are great. Have I given you guys my favorite analogy? I'll tell you during the break. It's inappropriate.
No.
It's about soccer.
Okay.
And so NFL. No, real fast. Illinois wins yesterday against Rutgers, 81-55.
Yeah.
Their defense was really good. Illinois leads the Big Ten in free throw percentage, and they're third in the country in free throw percentage. Why is Ken on here complaining about the officials yesterday?
Because the officials always have it in for the Illini.
They just don't. Literally when Ken, I love Ken, when he did the prediction, he said, well, Illinois is on a roll, so the Big Ten don't like that. So the officials, and there was a little sarcasm too, but
there's a little truth.
I think, and then we're going to talk a little NFL, but I think that
there's even a camera coming.
I know it. I'm worried. I think that I think that it fits Iowa better that Illinois blew someone out yesterday. Doesn't that bode? Doesn't it feel like Sunday?
Here's the problem for Iowa is that they have not gotten to the foul line very often in Big Ten play. It's something
because the officials
we brought up to McCollum, and I said, "Do you?" We should ask Don this. Does working the officials work?
It doesn't hurt.
Okay.
So what do you like?
Because I asked McCollum after the game because he's more of a passive guy.
Yeah,
like,
you watch him on the
Izzo. We're like Fran worked the refs. But Fran pissed the refs off too.
But
he's working them.
You're just trying to place something in their head, like
you're just trying to.
Hey, he's leaning on him in the post. He's leaning on him in the post. Well, maybe you'll get one at some point.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a 3-second call the other night.
Do you believe it? Okay, let me make a great example here. Don's doing the Alleman-Newman game the other night with his crew. And so Newman's a 1-3-1 half-court, just aggressive defense.
Yeah.
And you look up at the scoreboard in the first quarter, and it's 6 fouls on Alleman and no fouls on Newman. Do you get annoyed by that kind of stuff when you look at
When I hear somebody say, Don, the fouls are 5-0, again, what did I say?
Does that make you mad?
No, because it's a statement. It's not, just say, You know what I want to say is
What if I said, "Hey, it's 5-0, you idiot"? That's why.
Well, here comes another one for you. We had this foul on.
Yeah,
so you're saying that working officials works?
I think it doesn't hurt, and it might place something in your head with selected officials, not all officials.
Does it work with you?
Nope.
That's because you're a heartless.
I don't care.
So is that a worry on Sunday? At home at Carver?
Well, look at the Maryland game. Maryland shot like almost 38 free throws, something like that, and that was at home. It's mattered. And Ben's like, well, maybe I got to teach my guys to be more aggressive around the rim.
That's what I was just saying. If you go to the rim, you're going to attract attention.
There was a play in the Minnesota game. Don, I don't know if you watched it.
I watched it.
Where Iowa got a breakout, and Tavion Banks was going to the bucket.
Yep.
Looked like he got fouled.
Yep.
He at least there was body contact. No call.
Yep.
He misses the shot.
Yep.
They come down the other end. The Reynolds kid goes to the rim.
Yep.
Contact, foul, and bucket. That seemed to really swing the game because I think it was a 1-point game at that point.
It's hard to take one play and say one way or another.
I love how you're attacking Don like it was his call.
No. I'm just saying it was a. That's just kind of an example of where I wonder if Ben's working them enough.
Maybe. Do you guys notice this in college basketball? The really good officials have a very patient whistle, and it comes late sometimes, and people are like, "Oh, that's late." They're waiting sometimes to see if an advantage was gained. Like, did the ball go in? They might pass and not give the foul.
Yeah.
I mean, that's veteran officials. Coaches get that. Fans are like, Jesus, why are they waiting so long?
Yeah. They think they outcome officiate.
Right.
That's what they do.
Right. 100%.
Besides the officiating, I do like the fact that Illinois is coming off a sleepy.
Illinois got size though.
victory.
Iowa doesn't have a ton of size. That's a question mark. Iowa's just got to shoot the ball well. They got to come out fast. And teams are getting more physical with Bennett Sturts. They're putting more physical guards on them, and so you see Colin Boswell probably on him because he's a strong dude. He's a grown man.
If you don't take him off of his stable of shooting, like you said, he's going to light you up.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk with Jay Kidwell about NFL in a little bit, but I want to get your guys'
I'm not
thoughts
hearing the
before
three
we let you
letters,
go.
by the way. GBR. Basketball.
Hey, they're perfect.
This is as good as they've been in forever.
Well, they've never
Since
won.
Danny Nee?
They've never won a.
Is it
an-
better
Since
than-
Danny, it's been since Danny Nee.
Is
You're
it
right.
true they've never won a
You liked
NCAA
them,
tournament
I
game?
Oh boy,
Is that
Don,
a thing? Is
You
Don
may
it?
be
likes
right.
that I brought up Danny Nee.
Isn't
because I
that a,
remember Danny Nee.
isn't that a thing? They've never won a Big Ten or an NCAA
They've never
tournament
won
game.
an NCAA tournament game.
Right.
They were a 3 seed one year, I think, with Danny Nee.
But
Yeah.
their football program won some national titles in like the 80s.
Somewhere
Get those
back when I was a
started.
kid.
Are you still a Husker fan?
Selected days.
Okay, NFL wise.
Yeah, all right,
NFL wise.
go.
We'll leave the
Go Bears.
Go
Bears.
Rams Panthers. Is there any chance if you're in a survivor like I
Absolutely,
am?
there's a chance.
You think there's a chance that Carolina wins?
Yes. They're at
I know
home.
they just did. They
That's
just beat
happened
them.
before when they've had this like sub 500 team. Like Seattle, I think beat New Orleans. Maybe it was.
Yep.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Seattle. I can't remember who it was against.
I think it might have been New Orleans. They beat them.
Isn't 10.5 a ridiculous number?
It's a big
especially
number.
because they beat them during the year.
So are you saying 10.5 and then sprinkle money line? A little sprinkle?
Yeah, a little sprinkle.
But if you're gonna bet, just get take
The
gambling away
Rams-
from it.
The Rams are going to be in every parlay that gets out there.
Take gambling away from it. Pick the game.
Rams,
Rams.
Rams. Okay.
especially if Adams plays.
Bills and Jaguars. I think the Bills are the Super Bowl representative in the AFC.
That's a good call. Liam Cohen's done a terrific job. It's hard to think about this, but there was a couple years ago at a bowl game that Iowa was playing Kentucky, and Liam Cohen was the offensive coordinator for Kentucky. Imagine that, and now he's a head coach in the NFL.
That's nuts. Pick the game.
I think Buffalo finds a way, but Jacksonville is playing so good, and Lawrence is playing so well right now.
Yeah.
Liam Cohen's done a terrific job. Second to Ben Johnson as the best coach in the NFL right now, probably.
All right. Benedict Johnson.
I think the Bills win, but it wouldn't surprise me if there was an upset.
How about the Bills to win the Super Bowl is plus 1,000?
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I just go back, excuse me, I just go back to quarterbacks. Like, the best quarterback
it's cleaned
is,
out. Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the playoffs.
Yeah, and most experienced, has all that kind of stuff. So
they're due, but they're gonna. They'd have to win 3 road games more than likely.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Niners at Philly.
I got Philly.
I don't
know that Trent Williams is going to be back, and that just really submarines the 49ers. And Philly's got the DNA.
The Niners offense look really good
against
against bad defenses, but like against Seattle, they just
got shut down.
Yeah, and I think the Eagles' defense is better. I like the Eagles. Your thoughts?
I do. I agree. I think at home, them going all the way out there, it's going to be a tough one for San Francisco.
Chargers and Patriots. I'm not sold on the top 2 seeds in the AFC.
No, I'm not either.
I don't know if it happens now, but is Jim Harbaugh? Isn't he and
I would take the 3.5.
Herbert and company, aren't they good enough to go?
The thing that worries me about Herbert and the Niners is that they lost both their tackles this year, but they still won 11 games.
Yeah.
Herbert will keep it close. It'll be a 1-possession game. It'll be a 3-point game.
I like the Patriots.
Drake May's got that dog in him.
I love watching him play.
He's got a dog in him.
I watched him
best quarterback in that draft class.
I watched him for a couple times this year.
Tommy,
not close.
If you're taking Drake May over Caleb.
Nope.
Caleb's the 3rd, maybe 4th best quarterback in that draft class.
Nope.
Isn't he?
Nope.
It was funny the other day. Charlie did it just to get us to chuckle. He said, "Hey Alexa, has the Bears ever had a 4,000-yard passing quarterback?" Alexa's like, "No, the Chicago Bears have never had," and we just giggled.
Yeah.
Texans, Steelers, Logan Lee, Monday Night Football.
I want Aaron Rodgers to lose, so I will root for the Texans.
Another game in which the Bears got fortunate that Aaron Rodgers didn't play and they faced Mason Rudolph. Donnie?
I like the Texans. I really do. I think Pittsburgh that game last week, I don't know who was going to win at the end, but they were both so beat up.
Yeah.
I think Texans get them.
I think it's a low-scoring game. I think the defenses will carry them. Give me the Steelers. And it'll get annoying, and the old Aaron Rodgers thing will happen. And I'm partial to Logan Lee, and it was great to hear his name called in a big game on Sunday Night Football.
Y.A. Black?
I do, but I didn't cover Y.A. Black when he was 15 years old at Orion High School and get to know him.
Fan or not,
and
the Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers, which he will be, this could be it.
All right, boys, here it comes. You ready, Tommy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Packers, Bears.
Bears by 1 million.
So you're not even going to be serious about it, Donnie?
Oh, man. Green Bay's going to come in with a chip on their shoulder.
Snow game, they're saying?
It's not a snow
No, it won't. Weather won't be a factor. No. It might be an inch or 2 tops.
Yeah. The people were overblowing the snow game.
I really want Chicago to play.
They think there's going to be more inches than what there really is? Go on, nothing.
I'm going to move on. I really want Chicago to play well, but they have not been consistent the last few weeks. I'm really scared that
Are you a Bears fan or a Packers
I am
fan?
a big Green. I am a Chicago fan.
He just loves.
I told you I liked when Rodgers was there. He was fun to watch.
This is the weird thing about you. I don't know, how do you do this? How do you do this?
It's me.
Yeah, he's like a Nebraska fan,
Are you
but he
a
likes
Cubs fan,
Iowa.
but then you kind of like the Cardinals
No,
too?
that is not. No. I hate to say it. I'm afraid Green Bay's going to waltz in there and win.
Don't be afraid to say it. Go, Pack, go.
I want Chicago to win.
Hates the Bears.
I know he does.
I don't like the Bears, but I'm always right about the Bears. That's the caveat. Is I might not like them, but I'm always right about them.
Wrong.
Like Trubisky and Fields and one more.
Last one. What do we say at the end of the day?
Wrestling is real.
There you go.
And then you threw your shirt.
I threw my jersey.
Your shirt.
Okay, take the last one.
No. Draw the line.
All right, boys, you're off the hook. There's some pizza and some wings and all that.
There's got to be some other guests that got to be on beyond
yes,
us.
we got
Andrew
two actually.
Yes.
We're going to go one at a time. But up next, Andrew Lehman made his way for the long trip down from Deer Run to chat with us on OTA.
Can I be serious for a minute?
Yeah, you can. I got to turn your microphone back on.
Congratulations.
Hold on.
No, come on.
I got to turn your microphone.
It's great to.
It really is.
It's great to be on with the Dazzler.
It is.
Now, I should have looked and seen. I was going to do it. I might do it this
Sequin
weekend.
jacket.
Who's the most? Real quick, I should mention this. Andy Furman brought up this number. It shows us his stuff. In the last year, he has spent 11 days and 13 hours listening to Off the Air with Matt Randazzo.
That's more than me.
Of course it is. I'm just now finally getting him to hey, you should listen to the show right now. It's pretty good.
I never watch. I only
You just appear. Say your name and you appear.
243rd show today. That's stupid.
You should be very proud.
I don't know if I'm proud.
Yeah,
I think
you should be.
I like the fact that people put up with it. That's a beautiful thing. All right, we got Andy.
Those toppings over there are abundantly piled high.
They are.
I'm getting hungry right now.
Go eat. All right, we'll be back. We got Andrew Lehman next right here on OTA.
Hello, Dan Pearson here of FCA. Our team is thrilled to support Off the Air with our good friend Matt Randazzo. We share the view of the power of sport when it comes to relationships, including the influence of the coach. FCA believes the coach is the most influential person in America. Matt celebrates local coaches and athletes. His content is informational, insightful, and inspirational. Our Fellowship of Christian Athlete team loves partnering with Off the Air with Matt Randazzo while we engage, equip, and empower coaches and athletes in our 23 counties. FCA, the heart and soul in sports.
View from the West, the podcast covering Illinois high school football.
It's going to be a hard-hitting game. It's going to be great football.
Weekly analysis and reaction from around the western side of the state of Illinois.
This is the game we had circled when the year started.
Follow along on YouTube and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
It's big-time football out there tonight, and I know we can play big-time football.
View from the West. We got you covered.
Are you looking for the Quad City's best chips and salsa? There's only one dude to turn to.
Right on.
Snoop. Hand-cut chips, fried fresh with that crunch you've come to love. And the most addicting salsa with delicious fresh ingredients each and every time. Pick up your chips and salsa, queso, enchiladas, and much more at the Stern Center in Rock Island. To place your order, simply call the man himself. It's Snoop at 309-314-8197 and find out for yourself what the rest of the Quad Cities already loves. Are you looking to take your next party, tailgate, or golf outing to the next level? You need Mobile Party Experience. MPX features 3 top-of-the-line party trailers equipped with all the amenities you need to party like a rock star. Smart TVs, Yeti coolers, JBL sound systems, grills, bathrooms, and much more. Mobile Party Experience is an experience like no other. Check out my-mpx.com or call 563-514-1470 and book your mobile party experience today.
I'm eating.
Welcome back to Off the Air with Matt Randazzo. Here on a Friday in the Quad Cities, we are at Godfathers in Silvis, and thank you. This is much better. I came to you almost, although I'd lived with you for a week.
This is better. This is way better.
I wasn't a bad roommate, was I?
No.
I don't want to say roommate because, we weren't. That's equals. We're not equals.
No, but you moved in.
Yeah. I wasn't bad.
It was great. It was great.
It was awful, wasn't it?
No, it was great.
Andrew Lehman, tournament director of the John Deere Classic, joining us on Off the Air with Matt Randazzo. We are live at Godfathers in Silvis, a great sponsor of the show. This thing's been on for a year. How stupid is that?
No, it's great. And by the way, welcome back to Silvis. Not only a place where you can attend a world-class golf tournament, but you can get a quality slice of pizza while you're here in town, too.
Did you do the Portnoy Challenge? This is the...
One bite.
Not bad, huh?
9-1.
This, Andy just brought out these. This is my favorite. And I don't think it's on the menu, so I got to be careful. But it's the pepperoni sticks with hot honey on them. So good.
Yeah. I got a bad colon.
That's true, yeah. So I stay away from that.
That's why cheese is a gold standard.
I've got a bad colon. If anybody was wondering. Not too much information.
Hey, it's January, baby. Let's go.
So I made it a year. Thank you, by the way, because I'm being sincere here, because you were a knucklehead that listened to me a lot. I had to call you a bunch of times, but you were the ones that do it and supportive. But you regret that, don't you?
No, I mean, listen, I know we have a lot of fun. We laugh with a lot of this stuff, but, couldn't be more happy for you. And, it was a leap of faith. And, some of these things, when they come to life, I'm just really proud of you, and I know that all of us at the John Deere Classic are too.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate you guys. How is the John Deere Classic? I know that you're everyone thinks that it's January, so you're not doing anything.
Well, I'm sitting at Godfathers.
Well, but your people are working, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, no, we're rocking and rolling. We've started having conversations with players already, and had a concert call yesterday, so working through those logistics and trying to figure out what athlete or celebrity we're going to have for the Pro-Am, and all while trying to, maintain that.
You just mentioned my next three questions all on the same thing.
All right.
Concerts.
Yeah.
Can you give us any, are you feeling good about things? Give me a time. When do you think you can talk about it? First of all, who's the concert?
Well, I can't tell you that yet.
All right, I just got to ask it.
No, I mean, that any good journalist would ask that question. I'm hopeful.
And me.
I'm hopeful that we'll have something to report here in the next 30 to 45 days.
Okay.
But artists have contracts, and we're working on that. And, obviously with it being the 4th of July weekend, we want to make sure that we can get an announcement out early enough so folks can plan their weekend. And, it's become such an integral and fun part of tournament week. And it's really, you and I have talked about this, it's brought two different groups to life, golf fans and music fans. And, we've turned golf fans into maybe some country fans, and we've turned country music fans into golf fans.
So you just said country music fans into golf fans and country music fans.
I can tell you that. I would tell you that both acts this year are going to be a country genre.
Okay. Is there, and I like that, is there a thought process to that?
It's a country market.
Yeah.
Country music has exploded.
I mean, you even look at radio-wise, WLLR is the number one rated station probably for a reason. Go ahead.
No, it sells well, and it's just been so much fun to bring to life. We tried, a different genre with the Counting Crows, but I think country is what does the best in this market.
It's silly to say so who's coming? But as you go out there, and it's going to be a while before you actually know here and there, but when you go out, and is it still the same positive, obviously, response? And I thought last year's, God, I hate giving you so many compliments. Last year's field is probably the best it's been in 20 years.
You're making me blush. Actually, it's the strongest rated field in John Deere Classic history since they started keeping track of the official world golf rankings going back to 1986.
Actually, go on with it. Say it with a little. That's not
sit
bad.
Up tall and be proud of that.
So, what are you doing for an encore?
Well, we don't want to go backwards.
No.
But it's a tough stretch of golf this year. You look at Detroit's always been the week ahead of us. Mm-hmm. They did a golf course renovation, so they're moving to the back end of the schedule. And you're going to go U.S. Open Travelers in Connecticut, which is a signature event. John Deere Classic week, 5th major, and then Scottish Open and the Open Championship. So it's incumbent upon us to make sure that we're out and having those conversations with players. And, I think a lot of the changes that the tour has made from, a competition standpoint with how guys get their cards have all been things that have worked in our favor. And, those conversations have started, but it's way too early to know in January. We try to get out in front of players in April and May and maybe the early part of June.
And we're going to talk Hawkeyes as well, but golf-wise too. Last year, and you just mentioned the field, but it was another great year. When you look at 2025, besides your guests, your roommate for the week, what will you remember 2025 for?
Well, if you remember, we started the year with a contract renewal with Deere.
Yeah.
It took us through 2030.
Yeah.
So that was amazing in and of itself. The television numbers on the weekend, which you're going to have Jay on here today, up 28%. Ticket sales were up over 32% for the week. And then ultimately, what we're most proud of, we get to, the end of our fiscal year and we're able to give out $16.9 million to over 460 charities with a 9% bonus.
Yeah.
So just a ton to be proud of. And, not to mention, this event brings over $70 to $75 million of economic impact to this region. So it's important.
So all of those things you just mentioned, and your favorite thing about 2025 was the fact that I was in your office for a week.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think, I don't know that your viewers want to know this, but
I brought Snoops.
We have Snoops in the trailer too. You don't clean up yourself when you drip salsa on the counter. We noticed that when you left.
Let's not focus on.
But I was a little sad
I'm trying to think of some positives that I did.
I'm trying to think back to that Monday. The adrenaline is still running on Monday morning after, a 7-day, 120-hour work week. But when all your stuff was gone on Monday, there was a small tear in my eye.
And I will say this, and I know what you guys go through and what it's like and everything, but being there when it was pouring, we had some rain, and you were frantic, and not in a negative way, but just that's what you're doing when you're running 2 events at the same time, basically, with a golf tournament. And then
full-time jobs.
It was crazy, and I'm just it made me think of a Friday night of high school football on steroids. And I didn't have to deal with it. I just kind of looked and was I didn't know whether I should say a joke, hug you, I don't know what. I didn't know what to do,
but slow clap.
It was pretty fun, pretty impressive. Will you let me back this year too?
You're welcome back anytime. And
I did that on the air, so he made.
Yeah, no, but back to that comment. We're a team of 8 people that put this event on. 40 board members, 150 committee chairs, and 2,400 people who sign up to volunteer every year. And volunteers are the lifeblood of the John Deere Classic, and we can't do it without them. And those are folks that are willing to give freely of their time, talent, and energy, and just the lifeblood of the John Deere Classic. And we want to make sure that we're hammering a great experience for them while they're out there that week.
Michaela said I was a delight the whole week.
Yeah, I could see that. She's very politically correct, and I know she wouldn't want to hurt your feelings.
Let's talk Hawks.
Yeah.
Are you happier with the football season or the start of the basketball season?
Both.
I didn't ask that question. Which one are you more excited about?
Well, I've said this to you before. Iowa basketball was my first love.
Mm-hmm.
And so to see what Ben McCollum has done, and had a chance to win on the road the other night where they didn't play well at all.
Yeah.
Double the amount of turnovers, gave up, double the amount of points off those turnovers and had a chance.
The officiating was awful.
The officiating was terrible. The officiating in the 3 road games, you can't have 76 free throws from the other teams.
But I still think even at home, we just talked about with Tom, Maryland shot 1 million free throws at Carver.
Yeah, I know. You know what? Get Illinois on Sunday, and all is right in the world again.
Yeah, and I do these kind of things because I think you're kind of the same genre of fan that I am. My kid's cranky because they lost to Minnesota, and I'm not happy, but I'm
it's a weird arena. I've been there 4 or 5 times.
Nicholas Baer mentioned that this week on the show. He's it's raised. It's
I think the depth,
different.
The depth is off.
But if I told you this, hey, you gotta go to Minnesota and lose a close game, but I'll get you Illinois.
I'll tell you right now.
I mean, right?
I don't like losing anything to Minnesota fans
because where are you? You're from
Western Iowa, so Nebraska. Nebraska is the only team in the Big Ten that if they're playing in March Madness or they're playing a bowl game that I won't root for. I will root for every other Big Ten team.
Rank your rivals as an Iowa fan.
For me?
That you hate, that you dislike. What do you?
Well,
I mean, you're an Iowa State grad. You love Iowa State.
I do not. As a whole or sports-wise?
Just sports-wise.
Okay.
I don't care about Nebraska. I don't care about their agricultural whatever.
Nebraska. Minnesota.
Oh.
I would say Wisconsin in football and Illinois in basketball.
And Iowa State doesn't even register on there.
It's 1 week, and for all intents and purposes, that game generally doesn't mean anything. Other than bragging rights.
I love this. If you had the power if you were Beth Getz, would you continue?
I'd end the series.
That's.
And think about it. When I say that,
what does it do for Iowa?
It's a benefit to Iowa State to not play Iowa in football because they're playing in a lesser football conference. I truly believe.
But I think they need that because they're playing in a lesser football.
Go pick up another Power 5 game.
Yeah.
I'd get rid of it.
I mean, I just looked at it as I don't know. I mean, it's
fun.
Such a fun week.
It's a fun week. It's a stressful week.
Well, how about we keep it for a few years and see how this guy does?
Well, after their new football coach decided to use some expletives at Hilton Coliseum. I'm hoping that our boy Kirk has taken some extra special note of that for Kenny.
And he can get
Kirk's a little spicy.
Yeah, and that's the thing is he's so professional. But you remember the timeouts
he's a human.
Remember the timeouts in Minnesota?
We'll leave the timeouts here and take Floyd with us.
It was great. All right, so football wise, let's talk about football. Real quick, basketball wise, your expectations, basketball wise, if you
make the NCAA tournament.
That's
yeah.
What seed?
Bring the fans back.
What seed do you think? That's the beauty thing is I'm going on Sunday. There's 700 tickets left.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And you look at that game against UCLA. It was a different crowd than what's been at Carver for 20 some years. I don't.
Have you been up yet?
No, but my friend has season tickets, so I plan on getting there a bunch. I'm like you, man. It's hard to find time with all these kids' activities.
Darn kids. Can you imagine when
so
your
here
kids
I am
grow up?
whining about people not going to games, and I haven't been to a game yet.
And here you are saying, I'm just so busy, and you're eating pizza with me at
one bite,
Godfathers.
everyone knows rules.
Maybe I'll let the cat out of the bag a little bit now. We're going to start a food segment on the show with Julian Vandervelde.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
We may. We're trying to find. I'll tell you more about it in the break, but I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's gonna be fun.
I still need to try that restaurant he talked about. I can't remember if it was Asian food,
Yeah.
but it was in a house over in Davenport somewhere.
Yeah.
I need to try that.
It's like on Locust Street or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, football wise, you're loving loving. Was it good enough? You're a hard Iowa fan to please sometimes.
I am. Yeah.
I am.
But I've also...
You should be on the show more often. What are we doing here?
I've also decided to not let... I still feel like I'm 18 to 22, but I'm 42.
Yeah.
Still have the...
Inside.
Inside.
Yeah, I try to behave myself outside.
And my maturity level is that of an 18-year-old kid. But I try to not let 18 to 22-year-olds dictate my happiness anymore.
Yeah.
Listen, man, the close losses were tough, right? Anytime you lose a game, it's not fun. But as you look back from a 30,000-foot view of the season, it was nothing but a success. And what Mark Gronowski did by coming in and Tim Lester in his second year, the defense is always going to play well. But to have an offense, go out and compete like that week in and week out, I thought it was awesome. And let's not forget, Oregon or Indiana is going to play for a national title game here in a week. We had them both on the ropes.
And here's the thing with that, and like people will say to me, like,
could make an argument that we should have won both those games.
The 4 games by 15 points and all those kind of things. People will say to me, hey, if Indiana can be in this thing and Ole Miss, and then why can't Iowa? And I get what they're saying, but Mark Cuban is writing huge checks to Indiana. Nike is writing huge checks to Oregon. Texas Tech is spending money left and right. Yeah. Kentucky's now involved.
I don't know if I'm a college football fan to the degree that I am in 5 years. I don't like the way that this is going.
And it's not just football,
there's
basketball
no regulation.
Too. Yeah.
There's no regulation. I mean, look at the Washington quarterback.
Now he's coming back.
He's coming back now. But his agent left him, and that's the problem. Is I deal with sports agents all the time.
Yeah, and he loves all of them.
They're great.
They watch the show.
But they are specialized in that area of expertise. A lot of this guidance for these collegiate athletes, these guys don't have ties to the NFL. They don't have ties to the NBA. It's all about that bag.
Yeah.
We want the instant gratification now and not thinking about what happens down the road.
What I do think is happening is that, and I don't know if they care, but there's more and more cases of transfers not working out. And because it's so
look
quick.
At Justin Jacobs when he left Iowa and went to Oregon.
Yeah. Well, you can Brendan Haas, which I still don't understand, is not playing or playing 6 minutes a game.
Was down.
3 great looks.
I know.
But you look at that and you're like, and I'm not saying in his case, I think he's all in and all that. But like, do you care if you go someplace, make $1 million and things don't work out? $1 million.
Listen, man, when I played sports and I didn't play college athletes or athletics, so I'm not in that same boat, but I wanted to play.
Yeah.
I wanted to play.
Yep.
And you can bribe me with Godfathers pizza.
I was going to say, but that's the thing is also, but you got $1 million. Like, I'm the same way. When I won 3 C-League championships in Bettendorf, not 1, not 2, but 3, like, I didn't care about...
2-time intramural champion here.
You have banners?
Huh?
Do you have banners?
T-shirts.
Oh, we have rings.
Oh, okay.
It's really
Did you get those from JP Sports?
Embarrassing. That's well done. Okay, before we let you go, who's the concert going to be?
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
What's your what does the schedule look like moving forward? Like, when does things get really busy for you?
We come back from the holiday and we hit the ground running.
Yeah.
So it's full steam ahead.
So you basically have off from August to the holiday?
Yeah, something like that. But it's about, we've got all the data points from 2025. We started the week after the tournament looking at those and what can we improve on? What can we do better? It was a hot week. It's the hottest week we've had in probably 7 or 8 years from a temperature standpoint and humidity. And we're very sensitive to volunteer feedback and ticket holder survey feedback, and so we want to make sure that we're doing our part to implement some of those changes. And from a build standpoint, the 4th of July presents a challenge for us a little bit, but we're trying to be creative, and it's hard to ignore the last couple of years that we've been on from a trajectory standpoint.
Yeah.
The field has gotten better. There's a renewed interest in this community. We've gone from about a 2.5-hour radius closer to 4 or 5 hours now with these concerts. And it's a great deal. For the average ticket price to get in the gate of the John Deere Classic is between $40 and $45. And you get to see world-class entertainment on top of world-class PGA Tour players.
And for somebody who bought Lions tickets this year.
Want to talk about the Bears?
And I'm still yeah, I do, here in a second.
Okay. Because I'm a nervous Bears fan.
As somebody who bought tickets to an NFL game, and I'll tell you after we get done what I paid, what you just said is crazy. For $45, $50, whatever, to see a concert and a world professional golf outing?
We are, to my knowledge, the only professional sport that allows 15 and under to come in for free. So you try to make it economical for families to bring their kids out with them.
Yeah.
I went to a Cubs game this summer, had great seats down behind the first base dugout. It's 105 degrees. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
And I think we spent over $200 in water that day.
Yeah.
So again, if we're allowing the child to come in for free, it's a great value.
Yeah, no,
and by the way, that's one of the most rewarding things to hear about year in and year out is, we created this family memory at the John Deere Classic, or hey, I remember bringing my kids, and now I'm bringing the grandkids with, and we take a ton of pride in that.
Okay, before I let you go, one of my favorite parts of my first year doing this was the question, Claire or Andrew?
I think that's been
so
laid to
I'm
rest.
I know it's not, because I'm gonna ask Jay it when he comes here right now.
That's great. I can't wait for that.
But you got one, didn't you?
I'm on the board.
Michaela, right?
As
Hawk
Harrelson used to say, you can put it on the
board.
board.
Yes. Okay, Bears and Packers. You're a Bears fan. I'm a disgruntled Lions fan. I have opinions. I think you should be nervous if you're a Bears fan this week.
Yeah, I mean, let's look at the division as a whole. All 4 teams very competitive. Lions were better than their record, and you could argue that.
I would say they're the most talented roster.
Yeah, I agree with that. But now you're seeing the departure of Ben Johnson and the defensive coordinator and what that's done to that team. So the Bears were a turnover away from the Vikings hosting a playoff game this weekend.
Yeah.
The Bears have been very opportunistic. It requires multiple turnovers a game.
Yeah.
I think the Packers are a little healthier on the offensive side of the football. Certainly losing Micah Parsons hurts.
Yeah.
The Packers completely outplayed the Bears at Soldier Field, and then it was a shootout.
In 2 games, the Bears have led for 2 minutes. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Well, this season, you think I'm an unhappy Hawkeye fan at times. Is this season a success if the Bears are a
100%.
first-round exit?
100%.
Well, let's not forget Matt Nagy won 12 games in his first year.
I'm not. If everything stays the same and they run it back next year, I'm excited as a Lions fan. But that's not going to happen. Like their running game's good, and
they've made all the offensive line changed. One, you had to protect Caleb, and that's been done.
Yep.
You look at that Lions game from this last weekend. That game plan in the first half was atrocious. I don't know what they're doing. The defense is a problem.
But they'll get better next year. I think they're ahead of schedule with players that. This is another bad analogy I had. It was like Ben Johnson. I said it to my brother, I think, during the game. Like, Ben enjoys where he's at. Obviously, knew what he's doing. But then, like, the old girlfriend came back to town last weekend, and like the pieces are still hotter. Like the Jahmyr Gibbses are still better. The Amon-Ra St. Browns
I had him
are
on
still
my
better.
fantasy team, and that dude disappeared for when I needed him most.
Yeah, yes, that's probably true. But and you know what? Like I think and I'm saying this to Bears, they're going to get better. Everyone's like, oh, DeAndre Swift is really good. I don't think he's there next year.
You know the funny thing is,
they'll get better.
As an Iowa fan, I don't remember Isaiah Pacheco or Kyle Monangai
None
from the Rutgers
None.
at all.
I don't know if I remember.
The Rutgers,
I don't
from
remember.
Rutgers.
I don't remember. I don't think I remember a Rutgers football player.
I don't either.
Like that would be. But like I'm on like so my analogy I use is Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift were with Detroit. They ran the ball. Were awesome. And then in the offseason, all of a sudden they let DeAndre Swift go. And they left Jamal Williams go, and they drafted this Jahmyr Gibbs, and they got Monty, and everyone's like, what are they doing? And they got, like, Ben Johnson likes what he's doing, but the parts aren't there yet. 100%.
It's
often
yeah.
like Loveland is,
It's
and
like
the wide receivers.
It's like there's still a governor here, and you know the defense is going to get better.
Has to
from this year to next year. They're banged up a little bit. Caleb Williams is really good when he's unscripted and we're on the move.
Mm-hmm. He was bad for 3 quarters against the Lions defense.
I
been
do
bad.
not think Ben Johnson is intimidated coaching against Matt LaFleur. I think there's an edge there. I think there's still an uneasiness when he's coaching against Dan Campbell.
Yeah, because it's Daddy.
Yeah.
And Daddy spanked him the first time. And he put him in his room the second time, and he'll continue to do that for the next 10 years. School Lions. All right, I'm done.
By the way, before you
I don't
kick
get
me
a
off
game.
this show,
I don't have a game this week. That's what everybody tells me. You don't have a game.
I don't know what kind of Neanderthal just leaves their phone lit up all the time, but you have a bevy of food apps on this screen.
Are you fat shaming me on my own show?
I would never fat shame
You're
you.
fat shaming.
I'm sitting here eating cheese sticks.
Yeah, I do. I have too many and gambling apps. You missed the gambling apps on top of there.
Listen, man.
I need a new phone.
2026 is a reset for me. No social media, no drinking in January.
So I tagged you to the show. You won't even share it.
I'm not gonna see it.
For how long? You can't.
31 days.
Okay, because and I've had people get off social media. Like Anger got off social media for a long time.
My job doesn't
and he
allow me
loved
to do
it.
that.
That's what he.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't, and now that he's back doing things, his doesn't either. But no, it's nice when you go away from it for a while. During the holidays, I got away from everything.
Putting my phone away at night after dinner, it goes in the bedroom. Trying to be more present. Stop scrolling.
Your kids and wife have to hate you, though.
No, my wife Gina tells me all the time that I'm a terrible listener, and she's right.
Yeah.
And I said, babe, it's not just you, it's everybody.
Yeah. Well, that made her feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, buddy.
I appreciate
that. Go
Really
get some
proud
more
of you.
food. Thank
Really
you,
proud
man.
of
I
you.
appreciate that. We got more to get to. Up after this break, we have the one and only Jay Kidwell. I got to figure out. I got to do all these things on the fly now. I got to find my commercial break, which is good because I have commercials, which means people are paying me for this thing, which sometimes surprises me. We got more to get to. Jay Kidwell, right around the corner.
Give me the keys. Learning to drive can be stressful for both the student and, yes, the parent as well. Relax. There's an easy way to avoid the stress. Skiles Driving School in East Moline has been helping new drivers hit the road with confidence for over 20 years. Whether you're a teen earning your first license or an adult looking for behind-the-wheel training, we've got you covered. Their certified instructors are patient, experienced, and use modern vehicles equipped for safety and comfort. From classroom instruction to real-world driving, we make learning safe, affordable, and even fun. Call 309-278-0098 or visit skylesdriving.com. Skiles Driving School. Get in, buckle up, drive your future forward.
Are you looking to take your next party, tailgate, or golf outing to the next level? You need Mobile Party Experience. MPX features 3 top-of-the-line party trailers equipped with all the amenities you need to party like a rock star. Smart TVs, Yeti coolers, JBL sound systems, grills, bathrooms, and much more. Mobile Party Experience is an experience like no other. Check out my-mpx.com or call 563-514-1470 and book your Mobile Party Experience today. Welcome back to Off the Air with Matt Randazzo here on a Friday in the Quad Cities. We're live at Godfathers in Silvis, and my good friend Jay Kidwell joined me. Jay, I've started working out after the holidays, and I'm getting a muscle cramp in my leg. It's awful right now, but thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. I'm going to move this down so they can see your pretty face.
It's such a pretty face. There's no doubt. You know what, man? Congratulations.
Thanks, brother.
1 year.
Who would have thunk it, right?
I would have thunk it. There's no doubt. I had complete confidence that you were going to do what you needed to do, and you're doing it. You've had what? Kirk Ferentz, Bielema.
So,
you have had a star-studded
and I'm not like this was the funny thing. Andy Furman told me he's the owner of Godfathers. Godfathers is a fantastic sponsor.
Yep.
It shows him his stats. He spent 11 days and 13 hours listening to my show this year.
Very nice.
What people could do with 11 days besides listen to me ramble on is amazing. This is show number 243.
And does that count your bonus shows?
Yeah, that's all of them. And by the way, a bonus show coming Sunday most likely with Tommy and myself, maybe Ked after the Iowa-Illinois basketball game as well. But no, it's been fun. We want to thank real quick Godfathers for letting us be here today. Their food is awesome.
Yes.
2, their internet is amazing. I told Andy already, I'm like, I may start doing this all the time if I can get more people to. I don't have my monitors that I normally do, but this is really, really fun. How were your holidays?
It was great. It was pretty low key. I worked, which was fine. I got some time off here and there. As you know, trying to juggle things to get other guys off and sort of make it work for everybody. So it worked out nicely.
Don't mind me. I'm eating.
The big thing we got coming is this year we kind of told my wife we finally pulled the trigger on it, where we said, you know what, let's sort of low key on Christmas and funnel it to a January trip. So
when do you leave?
Last week of January, we're up to Key West.
Oh, that's awesome.
We are looking at St. Thomas and a couple of
now,
other
how
spots,
nice are you being? Is it just you and the missus?
And my daughter's going. No, Tyler likes to go to Vegas on his own. He wants no part of this family
I almost
stuff.
I almost texted you last night and said, bring Tyler with.
And
I should have. And so next time I think, because like when we do it, like the video, like it's hard to do it when you have, but like this would have been perfect. The 3 of us could have sat here. Tyler's got opinions.
Oh yes,
we know that.
And if I could ever get him awake before 2:00, he would be good.
And I tell people all the time, like that's the beauty part with like I remember Tyler as a 5-year-old, 7-year-old probably. Like how old is he now?
He is 29.
Okay, so like I mean, yeah, like I remember him. And like that was the fun of it, is he would start going around with you, and you've seen my kids running around with me and all that kind of stuff, and watching him grow up and everything has been absolutely awesome.
He will be. He's going out to Geneseo tonight. He likes watching Rock Island, so I kind of let him between his production duties. So he'll be off camera at 6:30. Run out to Geneseo. We can get a game. Get that edited before he's got to do the 9:00 show.
Well, talk about that, because it is like no waste for the weary or whatever it is, because you get back and it's another big Friday night of high school basketball. Football and basketball are like those Friday nights have always been like the things I'll remember and think back on the most. It's a sickness, but it's fun. Is that the best way to say it?
I would agree. Yeah, no, it is. It is a lot going on, but it is. It's fun. I mean, that's probably why I left vacation days on the table at work, because I could take off a week or I could take off a Friday or something. But in all honesty, I'd rather be out doing. If I'm just sitting at home doing nothing, I would rather be out going to a game or doing something.
No, absolutely.
I mean, the flip side is. Well, I'll leave it at that. The flip side is after the show when we were clipping everything left and right, but that's okay. It's part of it.
It was funny because for us, we would always get done, and it would always be there'd be a half hour where we just didn't do anything but just sit, and like we'd all compare stories of how your night went. If what went wrong, what went right, all those kind of things. You're not going to believe this. I saw this happen. But yeah, it was football more than basketball probably. There was a few years ago. I got to find him again. I should do the thing again. We did stockpile snacks is what we called it. Brian Stocking, who you've seen on the show, is the pickiest eater in the world. So Camille Gear and I and Corey thought, let's make him try something every week. So we would have, and I'm not saying let's make him try octopus or a spider. It was like here's ranch or here's eggs, and making him try that. He wouldn't do. He eats Pop-Tarts, Twinkies, ham sandwiches, McDonald's burgers, McDonald's fries.
He is like a string bean, and he eats Pop-Tarts.
That's it. But he won't
Twinkies.
It started with cookie cake. I love cookie cake, and he's like, I don't want that. I'm like, it's cookie cake. And he's just like, I'm like, you're going to try some. He's like, I won't. And so we made him try it. We watched him didn't like it. And I'm like, we have to do this. So, but those kind of things were fun. And those were so high school basketball tonight.
Have you had octopus? I don't even know if there is such a thing.
No, I've had well, it's calamari. No, isn't octopus calamari?
I guess
my
that's
wife
how
gets it.
Right.
I don't eat it. Have you had shark?
That's my morning
I've had shark.
fog.
I think that's
I have
my
not
biggest
had,
one.
No.
Shark. We're in Florida. It was actually during COVID, and I don't care. Like, we were just tired of being inside, and we thought everything was silly. So we went to Florida in between Christmas and New Year's, and we went to a restaurant, and like we knew it was shark, and they ordered it, and it came out looking like nuggets. So my kids had no idea. And then they ate it. And my oldest, Charlie, was old enough. Angie's smart. He's been smart from the jump. And he was just like right away. And I'm like, I think he ended up eating it. And the kids did. And then we told him afterwards it was shark. But he even said, he goes, it was weird because they never have nuggets as an appetizer. Nobody has nuggets. I'm like, that's true. So that's it. I'm not like overly crazy when it comes to eating. Like, give me Godfathers and I'm good to go.
I hear you.
Tonight, I want to talk a little high school basketball tonight. So over in the MAC, I think Pleasant Valley and Bettendorf is I mean, it doesn't matter if they're 0 and 100. Like, it's a big game. Bettendorf's finish the other night was crazy. They got a half-court buzzer beater. Yep. We had Alvin Vesey on the show yesterday kind of talking about that. Coach Hillman is one of the most steady, consistent coaches in our area. That's got to be where you start. Like, when you come talking about tonight's games, Bettendorf PV, boys and girls are both good.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's your Rocky Moline on the MAC side of the situation. No, they're terrific. Yeah, well, you'll appreciate this because how many times does this happen? I was at the Muscatine Bettendorf game. Of course, I left at halftime before the buzzer beating 3 to win it. But how many times do you leave a game and it's 21-0 Team A, but Team B comes back and wins?
I would always tell people, make sure you get a bucket from both teams at least.
Yes.
And they're like, why? I'm like, because you're going to look dumb when you come. Like you said, they'd be like 15-5, and then I'd say they lost by 2, and they're like, how? Well, craziness happens. So,
but Bettendorf PV, both just over the years, just always constantly in the mix at the top of the MAC. VC's doing a great job. I mean, obviously going back to Curtis Clark, Kevin Skillett, the crew over there, and Steve Hillman. Dallas was with him years back. They are, as you said, just consistently just moving along right there. So this should be fun.
In the Western Big Six, Moline, I run it off. Alleman's up in Sterling. I know that because I got to go there. Rocky and Geneseo play. You mentioned that. Geneseo's 7-7 on the season. And that's a Geneseo program that maybe won 3 games last year. I'm trying to think if they probably didn't win a Western Big Six game. Extremely impressed with Geneseo so far this season and their new head coach. Rocky is 11-3 overall, so that could be a good game out in Geneseo. Quincy is 3-9 on the season. And they're at the Panther Den. I knew they would take a step back or two because of how good they were last year. To have Quincy be 3-9 is crazy.
Well, it started with the football because all of a sudden the football in the fall, you're getting the final out of Quincy, and you're like, am I reading this right?
Yeah.
And am I reading this right?
Yeah.
And it has just unfolded into basketball. And we don't wish ill on anybody, but you know what? They're not in our market, so if they can roll up the losses, if that means our teams are winning, that's all good.
Yeah,
but yes, it is a surprise.
Starting this a little more, and then when Quincy football got good, Coach Little started showing up to the banquet, and I had dinner with him several times now, and really good human being. Really like Coach Little, and then Coach Douglas at for the boys basketball is a really good guy too. So I think, but you're right. When I started doing this thing, I'm like, I don't care about Quincy. I don't want Quincy to be good because you like when it comes down to that big game to win the conference and it's in Quincy, you're like, I don't want to deal with that. So if that's the case, that's good. And then,
I've never been to a game there, but it sounds like their presentation, their introductions, and all of that is just just the next level up.
I went there when Ryan Weber was at Moline as a newer head coach, so that shows how long ago it was. And the atmosphere is crazy. They put the flame in the middle of the court. My son went there last year. He was a freshman, but he dressed for sophomores. So he called me and he's like, Dad, I didn't go. He's like, Dad, this is crazy. They go there Tuesday night. Alleman does. So my wife is like, we're gonna go. I'm like, I'm not gonna make the trip to Quincy. And she's like, somebody's got to. I'm like, nobody's got to. So I may be back there on Tuesday, but it's a really cool environment.
I always think that has got to be exceedingly tough for Quincy will inherit that more than anybody because they're obviously anytime they have a road game, they're up here. But namely on a Tuesday night, on a school night, for all of them, they're down there. Yeah. They get back here, 11 o'clock?
I wouldn't know. You're looking
I guess these kids aren't going
to
bed.
7 o'clock start. You're probably not getting out of there till 9:30. It's a 2.5 hour drive. You're in at midnight, and you got to get some food somewhere along the way, too.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
they're really – the beauty part is my son can now drive. Because last year we had to hey, let us know when you're close. Because we had the bus went to Umland, and I was and not a problem for me. I'm still used to the late hours and everything anyways, so we go get him. But now it's just cool, now you can drive yourself home. It's good, all that kind of stuff. Moline hosts Galesburg, I think, tonight.
Yep.
You look at that team, and you're okay, they're going to be good, but they're not going to be great. And here they are, 4-0 in the Western League 6. Coaching matters.
Yeah.
Sean Taylor's really good at what he does. Your thoughts? Have you seen them play? And your thoughts on Moline?
Yeah, I mean, Welch obviously just sort of keeps everything moving, just gets that whole machine unfolding. Coach Taylor just presses the right button seemingly at every turn. I would not be surprised, obviously, with the state championship year and what they had going with Brock and Owen. That's off the charts. So
that's
to compare that to
stuff.
anything else is not fair to any group. But I wouldn't be surprised to see that team. When they won at Rock Island a few weeks ago, that's a big-time statement game by them.
Yeah.
I'll be curious to see
They've won at UT and at Rocky already.
Yeah.
Both places they've gone on the road and won to.
Yeah.
Which is impressive.
That is very impressive.
You mentioned the state championship, and I said it at the time, and this is no bashing basketball today, or I mean the teams now or in the future, but what we watched with Moline winning, and then when Rocky won back in the day, I mean they really are generational teams, because in the state of Illinois, and now mind you, I was just talking to an old timer the other day, I can't remember who it was, but they're I missed the 2-class system, because then you had to be really good.
Right. Yeah.
But with the 4 classes, and this is no offense to Iowa, it's harder to win a state championship with the less classes in Illinois and Chicago and Peoria and all that kind of stuff.
And regional, sectional.
And so that's the thing with Moline, is sometimes people are well, it's not the state championship. We can't do that. These teams are going to be really good. That's once in, I think, almost a lifetime type of teams.
I would completely agree, and that's where you realize just how special it was, and soak up every moment of it, whether it was that Saturday night in Champaign or the Sunday where the bus is coming back, and just the pep rally at Wharton.
Yeah.
Just the excitement for the area, and the whole area was wrapped up in it. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was great.
Want to do some NFL picks before I let you go?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, we'll leave the big one to the end. And then the second biggest one for you, the bigger one for you at the end too.
Yes. Sure.
Rams and Panthers. It's a 10.5 point line. I don't want to get into the lines and stuff like that, but can the Panthers beat the Rams again? They did it earlier in the year.
They did do it earlier in the year, which I think is formula for disaster for them. I think the Rams will be geared up. I mean, they're a terrific team, but it's this short week, I guess, and it's a long travel for the Rams. I think I would take the 10.5. I think I would take the 10. I certainly think the Rams will win the game.
Yep.
But I think I would take the 10.5. And with that being said, after you having me on the Hawkeye pregame show in my picks, I don't even know why you want me to open my mouth. I was.
You said you had Iowa winning and they won.
Okay.
No, we don't have to get into the details of score and all that kind of stuff.
You're right.
But you
That's
picked
why
the
you're
winner.
such a good guy.
Yeah, you picked the winner. Bills and Jaguars. How about this? I think the Bills. I like the Bills to win the Super Bowl. Am I nuts?
No, I think this is. I mean, for Josh Allen and company. I mean, this is their year, and I think
put up or shut up. No Mahomes,
no Lamar, no Burrow.
Yeah.
AFC is about as wide open as you could ever get. And I tend to think McDermott, I mean, this has been, talked about, that he could be on the hot seat if they don't get it done this year. So with that urgency, but boy, Jacksonville, there's kind of that wild card.
Really
they are playing well. They got a home game. Something I was listening about, hearing about, not sure how much to take into this, but the teams that are playing in cold weather all the time, and then they go down to Florida and play a game in definitely warmer temperatures, how that sort of saps your energy. I don't know. I have a hard time seeing Buffalo crumble in 75, 80 degree temps.
It's not like it's 100, but
but there are some records of the Patriots going down to Miami and stumbling when they've had some really good teams.
Yeah.
So there may be something to that. I mean, this is playoff time. If you stumble because it's 77, shame on you. Buffalo, I could see. I think I'm going to lean on Jacksonville there.
Right.
Just because I think they've sort of got some weird thing going, and I think Buffalo is. Believe me, I've got nothing against Buffalo, but
it's funny because
just won't do it.
Buffalo's plus 1,000 to win the Super Bowl right now. And like a small investment's going their way. I'm using some of my wife's money because I don't have any of my own. I might be doing that. But with that being said, I'm almost maybe more worried about this first round game more than I am anything else.
I don't think Denver will pull it off. Patriots, Tyler's a huge Chargers fan, so we're definitely all in on the Chargers.
Yeah.
And the Patriots have had a really soft schedule, so their numbers.
Texans and
Texans, Houston
Steelers
could be.
and all that.
Well,
So-
Houston's got that crazy defense, so that could
let's
be
get
a
to
deal.
that then. Texans at Steelers. I love Logan Lee, and to hear his name, the
that
big
was
play he
awesome.
made the other day. It was funny because a couple of, I want to say like 3 weeks ago, they played Miami on a Monday night, something like that, and I was just up in my office working, and all of a sudden my phone started blowing up, and they're like, Logan Lee. I'm like, the game's over. Like, what happened? And I went, so I've texted one back. I'm like, why are you talking about Logan Lee? He's like, when they interviewed Aaron Rodgers after the game, when they panned the camera, you saw Logan Lee. And I'm like, when people were excited just to see him on like in the background, made a big play against the Ravens. And you know this too, one of my favorite people. I'm sure one of your favorite people. That being said, I don't know if they win. Your thoughts on the Texans and the Steelers?
I'm with you on that. When I heard Tirico mention Logan Lee, I was like, actually, I was on tape delay, so I hit that at about 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
The wife wants to, after football all day, I've got to break away and watch something with the wife for a couple
you're
hours.
a good man.
And then I'm on the DVR, so I go through the Sunday night game commercial free. So I'm always in a tape delay zone normally.
That's a good idea.
But when I heard Logan Lee, that was fantastic. If you're talking points, what is it, 3.5? Pittsburgh getting 3.5?
Pittsburgh's
something like
getting 3.5.
I
No,
think
three, just three.
3.
Yeah,
They
just three
just
of
seem to play nothing but 3-point games.
Mhm.
I mean, if
Who do
I'm
you think
taking,
wins? Who do you-
I
don't worry
think
about the
Houston's
points.
going to win.
Okay.
I think Houston will win, but I think it will be close.
I just picked with those knuckleheads. I got to stay with the Steelers. Just I kind of biased towards Logan Lee.
Yeah, I mean,
I
hope
think
that- yeah.
I think if you're gambling, like I don't know what the under is, but like I think
39
two defenses are going to play really well. So maybe an under. But
Well,
I
that
do.
under was hitting last Sunday until the fourth quarter showed up, and suddenly we've got.
I know.
I'm like, what's going on?
I tell you, like, for some reason I think like Aaron Rodgers is going to get annoying, and like he's going to win a game or two, and like you look at that AFC and it's wide open, and then it's going to be like, is Aaron Rodgers? So, anyways, I'll go Steelers. Don't love it or anything like that. Your Niners at Philly.
Well,
is Trent Williams healthy yet?
He was at practice on Thursday. He was there yesterday, so that gives me optimism. Have not seen anything about Ricky Pearsall, which would be great. So that's not great that I haven't seen anything about him being back, but he would be a difference maker as well. You kind of need everything going into this one. As a Niners fan, since the Joe Montana to Dwight Clark catch, which in 30 seconds, grew up as a Vikings fan, loved Fran Tarkenton, Chuck Foreman, the Purple People Eaters, snow games, Metropolitan Stadium, everything out in the elements. The Roger Staubach to Pearson Hail Mary wild card or playoff game elimination broke my heart as a Vikings fan. Then the Vikings move into the Metrodome. I could not root for a team that played in a dome. They're not playing like in the living room. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I don't even know what this team's about.
So you were a free agent.
And Bud Grant left, and I'm like, I'm done. I just had no team. When Joe Montana hit Dwight Clark to beat Dallas, it brought me such joy because the pain Dallas gave me by beating the Vikings, it came full circle.
I always wondered
Montana
why you were
to Clark beat Dallas, which was the team that gave me just heartache some 5-6 years earlier, and I didn't really have a team, so they gave me such joy. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to jump with these guys.
Yeah,
and that's ever been the
I
thing.
always wondered how you became because you're not a West Coast guy.
No, I grew up in the New York market in Connecticut, and the Jets and Giants were beyond horrific.
I can't figure out the Niners because, and their offense has been really good lately, but like especially against the Bears. But then the next week against Seattle, it wasn't. The Bears' defense isn't very good. I for some reason, and I do the same thing with the Packers. When you have devastating injuries like that, and I know what Warner might come back eventually, maybe it kind of reminds me of the Aiden Hutchinson stuff last year, where it's like if they make it to the Super Bowl, and it's like,
but when you
lose like a Bosa, or like I was saying earlier this year, there's certain teams like you can't lose, like the Lions, you can't lose Hutch, you can't lose Golf. Like there's certain people you can't like with the Packers. I think the Packers. We'll talk about that game in a second, but they can win a game or two. I don't think they can win the Super Bowl without Micah Parsons. I don't know if the Niners can win it all. And I think their coaching staff's been great, and Kyle Shanahan, all that kind of stuff. But everything they've gone through, like it feels Lions-y to me last year, where they lost Hutch, they lost a bunch of players, but they still went 15-2, and then they lost. I worry about your Niners this week.
Yeah.
Maybe overall. I don't know about this week, but overall.
No, I mean, you know what? The injuries that they've had, I mean, you lost Purdy for 6 games or so this year. Obviously, as you mentioned, with Warner and Bosa being out, Trent Williams being out. If Trent Williams is back and if he's good to go Sunday, that will help the protection for Purdy. That will also allow Kittle not to block as much as what he was trying to do last week. That'll open up the Kittle factor. That's going to be a huge wild card. I think one thing I love, I did not love last week's game where they had home field written in front of them against, if they just beat the Seahawks, they wouldn't have to leave Santa Clara for the rest of, as long as they played.
Yeah.
And that one obviously turned into a complete disaster. The flip side of that is they held Seattle to 13 points. The defense, they came through. The offense with 3 points. This is a team that I think, I was watching the post-game show that night. We're moving on, and you could just see steam coming out of their heads. So they are ready to get to work. I think they're, again, I'm a fan, so I think they're going to do it.
I'm so negative on my teams, but no, I can definitely.
I think they'll do it.
And Philly's not Philly.
Would it shock me if Philly won? No. I mean,
Philly's
obviously they're a good team.
They're not Philly. Philly's not the Philly of old. So, and if the defense is the worry, like Philly's offense doesn't strike fear into anybody. So,
and Brock Purdy is such a great story. I always remember, I think in the first year with him, a story that they gave on the telecast where they're talking about, do you feel the pressure of being the quarterback of the 49ers? And he goes, no, I just go out and I'm playing the game that I love. And he goes, what pressure is he said about, a decade, 2008, 2009, his father was running a business and is basically going bankrupt. And to see what his father was going through and the pressure and what he was trying to do to keep the family sustained, he goes, that's pressure.
Yeah.
And how my dad carried himself and how he did what he did. It gave me chills listening to the story. What an unbelievably classy character young man Brock Purdy is, and go get him. Go get him.
Hey, I'm all for it. Last but not least,
and he got ripped apart in that NFC Championship game in Philly. 3 years ago.
Yeah.
He's out there with like one arm and he's trying to go. So, revenge and this and the other, throw it out. It's a clean slate. Just go in there and just take care of it.
You know what? If the Niners win and the Packers win, they'd host, wouldn't they?
The Packers would go to Seattle.
Oh, they go to Seattle.
Packers would go to Seattle.
And
the Niners would
probably go to LA.
Well, they would go to LA. Yeah. Because they would. Yeah, the only team the Niners could host would be the Packers.
All right, last two. Chargers, Patriots,
People are
real
sick
quick.
of the Niners.
No, Chargers, Patriots, real quick. And here, real quick with the Niners. I take solace in the Niners because, yes, they've been to Super Bowls and they haven't got over the hump, but they've been good. They've had a bad year once or ever so often they dip a little bit because injuries or whatever. But when you have talent and a GM and a coach, you're going to be good for a longer stretch of time. I don't believe in windows like everybody else does. If you have that organization in place, you're viable every year, and some years you're going to be really good. You might dip a year, and that's the way I feel like the Lions. Like everyone tells me the Lions window's done. I'm like, no, everything's still good. The talent's still there. This 9-8, I'm a Lions fan. 9-8's their worst year. Sign me up. 9-8 used to be a parade. So I think I take solace in if organizations are run correctly. Niners, Pittsburgh, Packers, Baltimore until now, which is weird. But usually the Chiefs. Usually you sustain and you're good for a while, and then it kind of goes like this instead of going up and down and up and down. So that's my hope.
Last tidbit: love my wife to pieces. Before I got married in '95, the Niners were 5-0 in Super Bowls. Since then, 0-3. But I'm not sure why I use that as a dividing
You know
line.
what? If your history is 8 Super Bowl appearances, you're not going to get any bad feelings.
Well,
from
as
me.
a Yankee fan, since they haven't won since 2009, but I've seen, I believe, 7 in my lifetime.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm 61 because if they never won another one again, do I want them to win? Sure, absolutely. But you know what? I've had many. In fact, when the Red Sox finally won one, my Red Sox buddies, I actually called and like, "Welcome to the club, congratulations." I'm like, "Who am I?"
Yeah. When the Cubs won in 16, I was like, I'm good for a while.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy, but I'm good for a while. Okay, quickly, Chargers, Patriots.
Tyler, my son, huge Chargers fan, so we're all in on the Chargers. And you know what? I love Jim Harbaugh because obviously he was at the Niners. You know what? Justin Herbert, 0-2 in the playoffs, needs to get the monkey off his back. Patriots, again, soft schedule. Mike Vrabel's amazing.
Yeah.
Drake May. You know what? As a Yankee fan, I really do not like Boston sports in any way, shape, or form. Vrabel, May, that's a tough team not to – I mean, I'm not rooting for them, but I don't have the dislike for them. I mean, just an impressive group. But, boy, I could have used the Patriots to be down for more than like a cup of coffee. I mean, it seems like they're right back up again.
No kidding.
Go Chargers. I'm gonna take the Chargers.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
may be more
I'll
hard.
take the Patriots, but
Yeah,
I don't like disagree. It could. I mean, I would take Herbert over May, and no offense to May, I think he's good, but he's second year in his first playoff game, and I think Coach Harbaugh's a really good coach, and softer schedule for the Patriots. I mean, that's part of that as well.
Chargers' offensive line has been a disaster,
problem.
but the Patriots do not necessarily get after the quarterback like some teams. Like if the Chargers ever played Houston, look out, because that team means business. But go Chargers.
Bears, Packers.
You know, I just think the Packers are. You know what? I have been so
You can
excited.
say it. Don't get mad. Don't worry about being.
I'm thinking Packers.
Yeah.
But I'm rooting for the Bears. As much as I root for the Bears, just because I am so wrapped up in how excited all the Bears fans are. It's so much fun,
It's
and
annoying.
the Bears fans,
It's
fans
cute.
have had. I mean, they're so loyal. So
that's my problem. Is a
And
lot of
they've had
Bears
nothing
fans.
that they've
A lot
had-
of Bears fans are Cub fans, and I'm a Cub fan. So it's hard for me sometimes because I'm like, I kind of understand and I get it. I think the Bears, and I think they're better in the future. I think they'll be fine. But I think I don't know how great they are next year. And of course, everything can change. They'll get better players and all those kinds of stuff. And I think Ben Johnson's great. So I'm not trying to say, but it seems like every 5 to 6 years, the Bears have like a fortunate season. I try not to use the word lucky, but they have a fortunate season.
That's a good term.
And like, I feel like the turnovers the takeaways are so high, which yes, there's something to that, but to an extent of like, to take it away that much is almost like an anomaly. And the defense isn't very good. And Caleb's good when they're down a couple scores. You can't do that in the playoffs. So anyways, you're the expert. I'm just hanging out, but you're
I think, you know what, I think that's the first time I've ever been told
Well,
I'm the
run with it.
expert.
Run with it.
That's
Run
why
with
I
it.
come on your show.
Run with it.
You know, again, Bears have been incredible. So happy for their success. So happy for their fans. If they win, go get them. Unless they play the 49ers, I hope the Bears win.
Yeah.
But if I'm just looking at it, I think the Packers have got the massive chip after the Houdini act the Bears pulled off against them at Soldier Field a couple weeks ago. I think they're annoyed about the Jordan Love situation, about him getting roughed up at Soldier Field. The Packers obviously didn't do anything last week other than kick a field goal on the last play of the game for whatever reason.
No, there's a reason.
Who cares
There's
about
a reason.
that? Yeah, well, there's a reason.
There's a
I don't
reason.
think there's a reason for them, I assume.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have a feeling it's almost too quick for the Bears were actually, I thought, better in the game at Lambeau Field where they almost won than the game at Soldier Field. They did win.
The season-wise, and I don't like being this big of a Packer guy because I don't like the Packers either, but the whole season, the Bears have led for 2 minutes in 2 games against that team. And it was like, this isn't being mean, and they should have been happy, but Bears Nation, after that game against the Packers, acted like they won the Super Bowl. Yeah. And I get it. I get the demons and that's Big Brother that's beating up on you for so long, and it was finally you doing it, not them. I understand it all. I would probably been the same way, but like, it's just it doesn't feel good to like have that type of moment, and then I'm like, are you kidding me? I got to go play him again 3 weeks later.
And that's a regular season game. Like, hang on to your pants.
Yeah. Now it's and now I'm hearing no snow. Somebody asked me if there's snow or no snow, and I'm like, and you know this, and we love our weather guys. They don't know. This was yesterday. I'm like, it's 48 hours away. They don't even know now, really. So, Jay, I appreciate you doing this.
Last one, of course. Now I just zoned on it. The good of me to go blank on this. Packers. The chip. I can't believe this. I just went blank on it. You know what? I'll just think that, as I said, I just think the Packers. But if the Bears win, I wouldn't be shocked. Talking about hedging your bets on that.
What would you do if it's Niners? Would it be Niners Bears?
That could be
unless the Panthers win.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to figure. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Tyler was out at the. Can I be interviewer for 1 minute on your anniversary show? I am so impressed. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
tell me a couple. I mean, I'm sure you've got a zillion highlights. As the guy with the Packers hat walks by us, we picked the Packers. Or I did.
Yeah, I did too.
And you did too. Just talk about some of your great moments.
I would probably pick terrorism over the Bears. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh, I'm canceled now. No, the shows, taking it on the road has been the thing that was like, I didn't know if I could do that kind of stuff. So going on Fridays to different stadiums, it was a blast. The Iowa Football Media Day, doing the show there, and then Basketball Media Day and Women's Basketball Media Day. It was the Football Media Day thing, and this is cheesy, but I got to the car, my wife was out of town, I didn't know how it was going to go. I have to do all the technology too, plus I didn't know there's other media, I didn't know how it would work, and the University of Iowa has been nothing but amazing to me. But I walked out of there and everything that had gone on, and then they announced the pregame thing that day too. I got in the car and I was like, let's go. I was like, I'm just by myself. I'm like fist pumping everything else. So those kind of things. Just the fact that the amount of people that said, yeah, I'll help you out, like Jay or John Marks, Pat Anger. I make fun of him all the time. He's a big dumb animal, but that guy to be able to, he's so busy with everything else going on, and then every Monday he's like, yep, let's do it. And then if they need something else, Tom Kakert, I can't, if I start going, I'll forget people. But for people to be able, Chad Leistico and Scott Docterman are both whenever you need us, let me know. Yeah. And I'm like, those guys, and they're super busy. Sure. But that added, that added credibility to what I was trying to do. I started doing it by going, all right, like my wife's like, you sure you want to do 5 days a week? I'm like, almost offended. I'm like, yeah, I can do 5 days a week, which I can. It was more than I thought. But it's been fun. When I get on one show, I got to think about the next show, which is fun too. But it's been a blast. And with TV, and I don't want to I loved everything I did in TV, but not having to deal with any, and it's not weather guys or anything like that, but not having to be told this isn't in the cards or that it's in the cards. If I want to do it, I do it. Yeah. And I'm really excited. I told Andrew Lehman just a little bit ago, and we're going to talk more about it in the upcoming weeks. But Julian Vandervelde is going to start a fun food segment with us coming up here in the near future too, a weekly one. So the kind of things are just kind of fun. And so, like I said, I've told you, I just throw things against the wall. If it works, cool. If it doesn't work, not cool. And then the plus side is I get to watch my kids shoot air balls and turn the ball over and all the things like that. So it's been a bunch of fun. I appreciate you.
I'll always remember we were outside River Bandits Modern Woodman Park. We were in the parking lot where you first told me about your potential departure from TV.
I was in a
and
scared
and
pot.
you were and for good reason. That is a major life change. Yeah. But you know what? Of all the betting fun we talk about, you bet on yourself, and you are a winner. Yeah. And I could not be happier for you. And before I get all misty,
no, you're my guy.
Happy anniversary. I don't come with a gift. I just come and eat your food.
No, come and eat more of the food. So hey, we want to. Andy, you want to hop on or no? No. Okay, I just want to double check. We're running out of time. Andy Furman is one of the best, great people from the jump, and all of my sponsors that have jumped on this crazy little thing. Hungry Hobo, Mobile Party Experience. I want to make sure I get all of them. Godfathers, the Quad City Steamwheelers, Skiles Driving School has been awesome as well. Rafferty Funeral Home, Snoop, everybody for taking a chance with me, and it's been a bunch of fun. And Tuesday was the first year. We're going to keep doing this kind of stuff. Thank Andy. If you're in Silvis or if you're in Moline or East Moline, Godfathers, it's really good pizza.
If you're in Davenport, if you're in Bettendorf.
Anywhere, it's really good pizza, and Andy gives back to so many great causes. So come and swing by if you're coming out. Yeah, heck, next year at the John Deere Classic, you're out here and you're done at the JDC, stop by, have some pizza, help out great people in our area as well. So enjoy your weekend. Tons of football to watch. Iowa, Illinois. I'm going to go to Carver Hawk. I haven't been to an Iowa basketball game since I was with WQAD 2 years ago.
That will be
I didn't
electric.
go to one last year, so I'm going there. I'm going this weekend. Should be fun. We'll have plenty to talk about next week on the show. Also next week on the show, Cole Rusk will be on the show, getting situated in Arizona, and several more. So we'll start working during the weekend, figuring out a great lineup. You guys enjoy your weekend, and we will talk to you guys again real soon.